Well, good morning and welcome to the Breastplate Prayer Devotional. I am your host, Bishop Larry Jackson. We are currently standing in front of the sanctuary or the tent of meetings, looking at the outside and seeing the coverings. And we've already talked about the fact that there are four coverings: linen with four colors and gold cherubs embroidered in the fabric, goat's hair, ram skin dyed red, and the last layer is badger skin. The entire instructions can be found in Exodus chapter 26. Now, when you read the chapter, you will find there is so much more we could cover, like the number of curtains, which there are 5 linen curtains and 6 goat hair curtains, and 5 is the number for grace, 6 is the number for man. Man will bring grace to the world. That's basically what it's saying, right? Man will bring grace to the world. That's an amazing thing. Jesus was full of grace and truth, as we saw in the previous lesson. We find that in St. John chapter 1. Now, look. Everything is speaking of something that is related to Jesus, and that's what we need to know. And all of this, since we come from the gate area, if you remember, everything from the gate on and on has talked about Jesus. He is the way. We're standing looking at the tent of meetings, and we're standing at the door of the tabernacle, which is the truth. So Jesus says, I am the way, I am the truth. So we're standing at the place of truth. And what we're about to do as we enter into the doorway, okay, once we go through the door, what we will enter in is the truth. We're going into another level of God, okay? So we're moving from listen to this really good. We're moving from a common level, which is the way. It's like the common man could come in the way, come through the gate, offer his sacrifices and everything, so the common man could come through the gate. So that's the way is for the common man. But the truth, it's not for the common man. The truth is only for the priest. Isn't that amazing? So that's another level that the common man can't get to. Now, the interesting thing about this is that we've done it wrong. When we say that Jesus is full of grace and truth, grace is for the way. Grace is for the way, for the common man. But truth is for the believer. And we've turned those things around many times in the church world, whereby we have tried to give the truth to the common man and take the grace for the priests and for the church. And yet we have grace, but our grace is different. Our grace is his ability to live in the truth. And so we'll see that as we go through the door, okay? As we go through the door. But so everything is speaking of Jesus. That is important. So even the couplings, the attachers and the loops, the linen couplings were blue. That's awesome. With heavenly origin. Now you should know these colors. I shouldn't have to redo all the colors. When you hear a color, when you hear a material, you should know how to relate that now. And the attachers of gold. So now again, you should understand that has to do with deity. So now we got heavenly origin. We got deity. So we understand that. There were 50 loops represented in each. So it's amazing. And so now 50 loops, 50 is the number for what? Jubilee. So that is the number for the freedom that shall come to us. So look, let me read you the instruction for the goat hair, because this is amazing, because we didn't really go into it, but let me read you these instructions. And let's look at that in Exodus chapter 26, verse 7. It says, and thou shalt make curtains of goat hair to be a covering upon the tabernacle. 11 curtains shalt thou make. That's it. That's an important number. The length of one curtain shall be 30 cubits. That's amazing. And the breadth of one curtain, 4 cubits. And the 11 curtains shall be all of one measure. And thou shalt couple 5 curtains by themselves and 6 curtains by themselves, and shall double the 6th curtain in the forefront of the tabernacle. So now it's 5 in the back and it's 6 in the front. It's interesting. So 6 again is a number for man, and 5 is a number for grace. So man, that's bringing grace. But watch, it's interesting that it is doubled in the front. It is double. What is that? It's talking about how deep man's sin is, because we got to understand that goat hair is dealing with sin. Okay, so the sin covering this man's sin was doubled. Man, it was doubled, but he needed grace to follow it. See, that's amazing. It's just a lot of similarities. Let me ask you something, man. Please tell me, type in there somewhere, if these teachings, we've done 100, wait a minute. Okay, now we've done, I was going to say 100 of them, we haven't, but we've done 26 teachings along this line. You got to tell me now, is this helping you? Have you learned anything? If you missed any of them, you can go to our YouTube page at Bethel Outreach International Church YouTube page. You can go there, subscribe. You can get them all. Hit the bell notification. Let us know so you'll know when we upload more. But you got to tell me, is this helping you? Because I hope you are getting this. So now, lastly, let's keep going. Verse 10 says, watch, and thou shalt make 50 loops of the edge, on the edge of the one curtain, then in the outermost of the couplings, the 50 loops in the edge of the curtains which couple the second. Okay, he says, so, and thou shalt make 50 taches of brass. Wow, brass showed up, and put the taches into the loops, and couple the tent together, that it may be one. So now you found all three. You got the Godhead, you got the deity, and you got brass, which deals with the judgment, because the judgment will be towards sin. This is the only place that you can find any brass, but you won't ever see it. It's never seen. It was working beneath the surface. So now, again, all of the symbolism that points directly to Jesus and his kingdom is here. Everything. So the last layer that is in place over everything is badger skin. Now this is amazing. This is really awesome, because this badger skin, we're really not sure. In many cases, if it's really badgers, many have said it is some sea animal and those kind of things. But I can tell you this: badgers are a fierce animal. So I'm thinking that it is actually the badger skin. Most fearless animals in the world. It will attack a bear. It will fight a lion. It doesn't back down. A badger does not back down. Badgers are actually born blind. It's interesting too, because that's amazing. It has very long claws with great fur, but it isn't beautiful at all. Not beautiful at all. Is okay, but it's not beautiful. Okay, so can you see how it relates to our human nature though? Okay, we were born blind, and we were born stubborn, and we were born, man, unwilling to back down. And if you push us, our claws can come out. In the sight of God, none of these things are beautiful. None of these things are beautiful, because it's connected to our sin nature and our old nature. Now, think about this fact. God takes off his divine nature to come down and take on our earthly nature so that we could have his divine nature. You need to, in their comments again, you need to type comment in your comments. You need to say, thank you, Jesus, man, because he took off his so that you could have his, and he took on yours and that nature so he could destroy that nature so you could live in his. Okay, now listen, so if you've been blessed by the teaching, share it with your friends and send it through Messenger or whatever. And man, look, do whatever you got to do. Go to the YouTube page, check it out, subscribe and all that. Also naturally go to Bishop Larry Jackson and order your breastplate prayer journal and all of that. Now listen, until the next time, y'all, until the next time, approach the throne boldly. Bye-bye.